Hi guys, this is Abby from NVN Motorworks. Thank you so much for coming back to us again. Just wanted to bring something different to you again today. It is this beautiful Ford GT. Look at it finished in this lovely colour. I think it must be custom 1 of 1. What I really want to show people today is this car looks absolutely amazing, but there is one small thing with this car. It's not that obvious, but actually when it's pointed out, it might be a bit annoying. And it might not be a small thing either once it's pointed out. The fact is, this car looks absolutely amazing. I'm sure she's shining on camera, but unfortunately, this is also another case of a PPF that looks perfect until you point out all the imperfections. So we can start talking about the more obvious things, and that would be places that are lifting. So you have areas such as here on the edge of this carbon, here on the edge of the roof, and there is a few places around the car that look quite similar, although I'm not going to bore you because there's quite a lot. If you're looking straight at the car, you don't see these things, but as soon as it's pointed out to you, you will see exactly what we mean. A lot of these places, they're charging a really good amount. This car was done by somewhere else in Dubai, another company. They're charging a very good amount on the car, and on the surface their work looks good quality. But up close is when you see the real imperfections. And to be honest with you, I do not know how this car got out this facility like this. Obviously, you might know by now that once a car's had its PPF, it needs to come back after a few weeks, maybe a month or so, because it might lift in a couple of places, like these 2 places, which is normal. But after a checkup, there should not be any of these imperfections. And furthermore, the problems that are more the invisible ones will have been there in the first place, which means the car was released like that. They don't appear, you know. These cars, especially something like this Ford GT, you see how many curves and difficult areas it has. So it is not an easy car to install. Stretch marks can happen during installation, but let me tell you, if it happens here, the part is changed before the car is released to the customer. There should not be anything like this on the car. And if there was, please, it's a warranty issue. Take the car back to wherever it was done and make sure they do it again until they fix it. So I had a little look around this car earlier when it arrived with us, and there is quite a few imperfections on the car. The car is actually here with us to remove the PPF because it has a new owner now, and they notice the quality of the PPF. So we'll be removing the PPF, and then we'll see what we do with the car from there. But what I can see glistening in my eye that I hadn't noticed on the initial quick check that I had before I left yesterday, is this fuel cap area. I mean, what bugs me the most is something like this fuel cap, even on a car like this, is often completely flat. There's nothing really to go wrong with it, but the fuel cap is often left, with a lot of stretching, a lot of dust. Like, I don't know if you can see the disgust in my face, because this really, really annoys me when it's tiny little bits. But also what you see, if you want to come and have a look over here, would be these parts here, which is actually outside of the fuel cap. The stretch marks are so obvious, and it's not one, it's a lot. So one of the most frequently asked questions we get with regards to PPF when somebody first inquires about it is people have done their research and they're so bothered about the thickness of the film. Of course it's important, but if you go too thin, it's not going to cause any protection for the car. And if you go too thick, the installation will become difficult, and it's just not possible with some of these cheap, nasty films out on the market. However, if you have a film which is considered good, which looks like this car has a nice film on it, still you have to have an extreme skill actually to get the perfect installation. So I don't know if you can see from here, you can just see this kind of light patch here. This is actually a bubble. Now within the first few weeks, yes, there might be a bubble on your car when you take it, when the PPF is a little bit fresh. This will actually be filled with water and it just needs time to go down. If the bubble stays, it means it's full of air. And what does that equal? Bad installation again. So please do let me know if you do have any questions at all on what you should be looking out for when it comes to a paint protection film, to make sure it's a flawless finish, because there is no excuse for anything else other than that. Don't forget to look out for dust, stretch marks. I will always educate people when they're calling up and they're saying they're going to try a few different places for PPF. I always tell people, please visit the facility so you can see the work close up for yourself. Pictures, videos are never going to do anything justice. And also so you can see the actual environment that the PPF is being installed in. You want a clean environment, no dust, here I am. I'm going on again. I'm trying to say bye. So thank you very much. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I will see you soon. See you next time. Bye.